Hey, this is Robert Oakley. If you're just joining us with HomeSmart Realty Group, your home source team, and look forward to sharing with you the most recent market updates. This is Friday, July 10th, and a lot of great updates and information to share with you today. So two things. I want to look at what's happened over the last 3 days in the market. A lot of interesting changes and maybe kind of seeing some things slow down a little bit. Market's still hot in a few price ranges though, so I'll share that information with you. I'm also going to review one of the hottest areas in the metro area where you can find the best values, most home for your money, and great areas to live in. So I'll tell you more about that here in a second. But I want to start first. If you're just joining me, again, I'm Robert Oakley with your home source team at HomeSmart Realty Group. You can find more information about us at go to homesource.com. That's go, the number 2, homesource.com. We have just recently rolled out some great new resources and tools. You can now get free home valuation reports instantly and free. We always want to tweak it a little bit once we get a chance to look at your home closer, but just to give you a general feel, whether you're thinking of refinancing, thinking of selling, want to know how much equity you have, go to that site. You can see it scrolling there down below and enter your address. No obligation, no cost. Just a great tool to at least give you a better feel for where you're at in the market, and maybe you're looking at taking some of your equity out and buying an investment property, whatever the case might be. So take advantage of that. So first things first, let's take a look at the numbers. This is the last 3 days in the whole metro area. So 317 new listings. We have 29 that are coming soon. 56 homes in the last 3 days fell out of contract and are now back on the market. 178 homes had price decreases, and 204 homes went under contract. That's why I say maybe we're seeing a little bit of a twist over the last 3 days. We've been seeing more pendings than we have new listings. So this week, though, after the holidays, it's a little bit of a shift. We've had, 100 plus homes, 120 homes more come on the market, 140 almost come on the market than we have seen go under contract. We've seen 19 withdrawn and 32 homes expired in the last 3 days. So there's still homes that are not selling, and typically that's because of the pricing for the most part, which you point back to, they're not getting enough exposure. So exposure, even in a hot market, is critical, and I want to share that information with you. Let me open this up a little bit here to give you a better feel for what's happening. So interesting numbers to look at, and important numbers to know if you're thinking of buying or selling, kind of giving you a pulse of where you're at in the market. So again, take a look at the number of new listings we've had. Number of closed listings over the last 3 days was 245. So we've got a few more homes that have come on the market than we've seen close and go off the market. So I want to share with you some information about one of the hottest areas in the metro area if you're looking for the most home for your money. So you may be familiar with Longmont. Everybody knows where that's at. Longmont, Boulder. Longmont's kind of the heart of that area. But are you familiar with Frederick and Firestone? So just east of Longmont, north of Thornton, you're about 10 minutes from the 470 interchange and I-25. So very convenient to Denver, to Boulder, to Fort Collins, a great area to live in. What I wanted to share with you was kind of how you would compare, and I'm gonna go off the screen so you can see this bigger, how you would compare the metro area as a whole, Longmont and Frederick and Firestone. So let me expand and take my face off the screen so you can enjoy it. So if you take a look at the average prices that we're seeing, in the Longmont area, we're seeing the median. Let me switch over to average. It's a little more telling. So the average home in the Longmont area is selling for $481,000, basically say $482,000. And the entire MLS is just below that. So Longmont is very comparable to the MLS as a whole. So if you were to go just about 10 minutes east from Longmont, you hit Frederick and Firestone. There are some fantastic new developments out there. I'll share one with you here in a minute. Look at the difference that you can get for the same price, the average selling price of a home. In the Frederick area, right now we're looking at about $405,000, and in the Firestone area about $418,000. Firestone has a couple of new subdivisions that are a little bigger, and would probably explain why you're seeing the price is a little higher there, because there are more new homes right now being built in Firestone than there are in Frederick. A couple other things to look at here. Number of active listings. You're seeing Longmont 173, the entire MLS, 10,000 homes. Let me switch this over to a couple different views so you get a little better feel. So month over month, where those numbers are. So it adjusted a little bit if we take the averages out. So 9,300 homes across the MLS as a whole. Frederick, Firestone, and Longmont, there's obviously a lot fewer. But you got about 43 homes. And this is the price ranges I have showing over here. So price between entry-level home price point up to over 444,000. So it's covering all price ranges. If we look at the MLS as a whole, we looked at the kind of the hottest price ranges I'm seeing right now, 400 to 499. You can see what's available. There's only about 1,500 homes across the whole entire MLS in that price range. If you were to compare what you could get in, say, Denver for that price versus Frederick and Firestone, substantially more home, probably newer, cheaper areas to live in, lower taxes. So some great reasons to look at this area. And a couple other things we can look at that might help you if you're thinking of buying or selling. So if you're looking in that area, in particular this 400 to 499 price range, right now we're seeing homes move pretty fast. Entire MLS is moving in about 8 days. Firestone and Frederick a little bit over that, 11 and 9 days. Longmont's even quicker, 6 days. So they're hot areas, and Longmont obviously people are familiar with, but not as many people are familiar with Frederick and Firestone and the value of what you can get out there. Again, just like in comparing Denver to those areas, comparing Longmont to those areas, you're going to get a much newer home, typically a lot more square footage for your money. And this will show you the price per square foot comparison. So obviously a lot lower in Firestone and Frederick, 146, 155 versus 188 in the entire MLS. So more home for your money, some great values, great area to be in. This is all properties that we're looking at. And again, we can kind of compare it to the number of listings that are pending. A lot of ways we can pull this information to help you to see how your home's value or what your home, how to strategize. So in this 400 to 499 price range, right now we're seeing about almost 2 months of inventory in Frederick. Typically we look to 6 months as a balanced market, 1 to 3 months is still a seller's market. You're seeing the entire MLS is about 1. You can take a little more time in Frederick and find a home, maybe not be quite as rushed, which is why I would encourage you to take a look at this area and see just what's available and what the values look like in that area. So definitely some great things to take advantage of and to look at. If you're thinking of buying or selling, give me a call. I've got a property in Firestone and Barefoot Lake subdivision, brand new construction home. It is almost just over 4,200 square feet, 2,200 finished upstairs, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-car garage, close to the lake, literally brand new. So all the warranties, but it's privately owned, so you don't have to deal with any of the builder's games or headaches. The house is ready to go right now. Give me a call. We have some special financing available. We can probably help you with closing costs. Just a lot of great incentives. Again, that's in the Barefoot Lake subdivision. If you're not familiar with it, there's over 3.5 miles of trails, pool, tennis court, fitness center, several parks, right off of I-25, so great location. Sits up on the hills. You've got some great mountain views. And this particular property, there's about 4 houses between you and the lake. Just a fantastic location within the subdivision, close to the pool also, and just a few houses down the street from one of the playgrounds. So if you'd like to know more information about that, give me a call, 720-545-3135. And if you want to just search the whole MLS, have the same access I have, you can go to homesource.com. You can see it down below. Just homesource.com, and you can literally have access to both MLS systems. So RE Colorado, Iris, the two basically compete. They overlap in the Longmont, Frederick, Firestone area. And as you go either north, it's more Iris related. Go south, it's more RE Colorado. My system pulls homes from both sources, so you won't miss anything by going in there. You'll get basically the same information that I get. So again, I appreciate you taking a look at everything. Just want to give you a quick update for the market as a whole. Let me know what questions you have. Leave comments down below. Let me know if there's anything you want to know about that we haven't shared with you. Look forward to seeing you next week to see how the weekend goes and sharing the updates with you then. Thanks again for watching. Please share the information with anybody you know that's looking to buy or sell a home. Let us know how we can help them out. Have a great day.